let's take a look at the colors for the next project. There is only 10 colors, not including the black background. We've got the doggies already. And so we have 2 from Kmart. This one is called Pink, but I could have sworn it used to be called Musk. There is a similar color. I normally use this brand from Spotlight, the 4 Seasons Marble. There's 56 colors. There's a similar color that's called Antique Pink, but this one is a little more dusty rose. So I'm glad that I have this. They don't have it at Kmart anymore. This is also from Kmart, which they don't have anymore. I stocked up on this because I use a lot of it. And I think it's just called Grey. But yeah, it's just a really nice light grey. Then this is all the 4 Season marbles. So we've got red. They do a dark red, which is called... I'll find it. I'll put it on screen. But I found this knitting yarn, which I thought was more of a Christmas red. In the instructions, it says Christmas red. So this is called Cherry. So then in the marvel, we have the Hawthorn again. We have Teal, Almond, the little bit of Latte. We're going to have to get another skein of this. We have Army Green. We have Cream. Now, last piece, I was using the cream in the knitting yarn, so I'll just grab that. This one is a little darker, I think, so let's compare them. Here they are. Oh, they're pretty similar. It's pretty much the same. So we're using Cream. So that's all of the colors. I don't know why I changed brand because I've got the other one here. I just did. I've got everything else ready, the charts on my little table and my yarn colors, my yarn, and of course we're going to be using the 3.5mm hook. So here is my first 1 hour and a half progress. So we're already, the edge is over here. We're nearly to the edge where we're going to decrease. So it's not going to be that big. It'll be about yo big. And I'm super excited, feverishly stitching, because I know that this one is going to be a lot smaller. You can see by the chart it's so much smaller, and we've done like nearly a quarter, but as I said, we're nearly to decreasing on one side, and then it's going to go super fast working all the way up. Lots of fun. I just kept the black attached, but yeah, as we get to starting to do black over here, we're going to attach another small ball. I have, a big tangled mess. Sorry, I just had to sneeze. And yeah, so I just wind like small balls, like just wind it around my fingers a little bit. You can see from my little collection of bits and pieces that, I make balls about that big. I've just chopped that off. That's that pink color. And down here, I haven't carried this over to here. So we're going to chop this one off as well and just wind it up and put it in the bag. And then when I get back down here and I need pink, I'll just reattach. Okay, so I leave like a decent tail. Chop that off. And it is tangled up in here. But all I'm going to do is just start winding it around my fingers. I'll just do, yep. And it will pull out, and if it gets tangled, just like, just like that, and look, it'll come straight out. So these lengths are short enough that we can still do that. But that will do like 2 or 3 stitches of the pink. Sorry about the noise, the dogs are playing. So funny. So that's what that noise is. But I really want to film this, so that's that. Same with untangling all of the mess. I just start with a color and just pull, and they're short enough that they will come out. Now this particular one is actually attached to quite a big ball because I know I'm using lots of it on that side, so I will just find where it goes and thread it through. And that's a little hard to see. Just every now and then, like not all the time, you can let it get to a big mess. So then let's do, this one is not attached. This one I would say needs to be oh my gosh, these dogs. That needs to be cut off because it's not, I'm not going to be able to bring it up without it being seen. So we're just going to snip that off and I'll reattach it when I need it. And just keep it as, you know, a little ball. Like this. And so I thought for this video I'd just show you some little tips and stuff of what I'm doing, because the video is not going to be, it's not going to be 30 hours this time. So then this one is not attached. Oh my gosh, these dogs, that's not attached. This one, just pull. And you can see how easy this is. It's not taking a whole lot of time. And before we know it, we're going to be, okay, so because this is attached to the ball, I'm just going to, oh my gosh. These dogs, look at them go. Dave, can you be gentle, please? Like, you're bumping me. Okay, the dogs have stopped playing. So yeah, I just took that little couple of minutes just to untangle everything, roll it back up, and then I'll let it get tangled again. So I rolled up enough yarn to really just do this whole strip down here, which there'll be some left over. There's only like 2 more stitches, and just small amounts here, like 3 or 4 stitches. I've kept this attached to the ball because I know I'm just going back and forth, but as I showed you on the chart, when we need black down here, we're going to have to roll, you know, large balls like this, but mostly have small balls, and then it's easy to untangle them like that. You don't actually have to clip them up. I do sometimes use a sewing clip, but it does get heavy. So I found for this project, I can just do it this way, untangle every now and then, chop off any ones that do not need to be attached anymore. Now, there will be ends. Don't worry. Like, just put on your favorite show or podcast. I love this little table because I can sit my phone here. So I just sit the phone here, I lay it out, I get my needle, and then I just stuff like all the rubbish down the side. And yeah, it's a fun time. Just watch a show while you do it. And it's easy. It's just 1, 2, 3 weaves and then you're done. Don't spend forever doing it. And yeah, let's keep going. So this is 1 hour and a half in. Okay, I've done another hour on the project, and I've got 1 more square here when I increase, and then we start going this way. We're only about 1/4 of the way up, but it's pretty quick. That's not too bad for 2.5 hours. In here was a little bit complicated, but really not that bad. You can see I don't have that many ends. And then here we do a lot of the red and the cream, and come up into like the heart and the lung section. Here's a further 2 hours more, and we are officially halfway through, pretty much halfway. So it's looking good, still lots of fun. It's a lot quicker now because we have a lot of the same color here and here. And now we're coming up into the veins. We've got the heart, got 1 lung, and now we'll do the other lung. So it's a lot of pink. So there's not so much color changing in this one, which is making it so fast. So I'll see you soon for another update. Here is a 4-hour update. We're really motoring along now. I've started on the face and we're nearly ready to start decreasing from the top. I've completed another 1 hour, but somewhere also started to decrease, but somewhere I have gained 1 stitch on the black area and lost a stitch on the other black area. But I think it's still going to look okay. I think maybe that neck isn't as centered as it's supposed to be to the head. So I'm not sure what went wrong, but I think we're going to be okay anyway. I hope so. We're back for a 2-hour update. I just did a 2-hour session, and he's looking really good. I do think the mistake in the black here has caused his neck to be one too far this way. I think this little piece is supposed to hang over. So I think it needed to be moved this way. I think it still looks fine. I'm not undoing it. I'm not going back. I think it'll be okay. I decided to do blue for his eyeball. So on this side you've got this cream color. So I used almond here and we got cream either side. And I did light blue for his eye. I'm going to go check back on the chart what color it's supposed to be. But see, this is like white because it's the background, and this is a black dot. So I don't know if it was supposed to be black anyway, but I thought blue would be cool because this is the side of his face that is not, you know, the skeleton. We are just doing black and finishing up meeting with the light brown, but I ran out of light brown. So I need to go buy that today. So probably only got like another, I don't know, half an hour here and maybe 40 minutes to do the border. So it's still really long. Takes up the whole couch, but not as wide. So it was really quick. So here's my chart. We can see where I might have gone wrong because I was using this purple to black it out. And then on the parts where it's cream or the skin color, once you've done the previous row, I can't see where it was to line it up. So I think that's where the mistake is. The neck is supposed to start here. But it's fine. I'm not undoing it. And I think it still looks great. I can't wait to weave in the ends next. And here is our final update. It's all finished. Yeah, as you can see, neck is a little wonky. Actually, is he facing the right way? No. Let's turn him over. That's not right. I put it on my bed so you can see how big it is. And Houston, we do have a small problem, which I'll show you in a sec. Let me just fix it back up. All right, there we go. Sorry about the washing machine in the background too. Actually, I think he looks okay now he's this way. So that's the final shelf. We put the brown on the background for the shelf. This is like, you know, the shading on the edges of the shelf. I think he looks awesome. I couldn't put it down. It was so much fun. And I've actually started the next shelf, which I will give you a sneak peek. But let's talk, because here's what we've done. We did this one and we just did this. So that's the rest of the other side, which is fine. Okay. Then we had episode 1, which is this one. And so I've just put these two together. And look how much room we've got left. Yeah, so on the chart, we need to fit this one in and that one. And I would say only this one really is going to fit. So, regardless, I think I'm just going to make all of my pieces. And then we'll decide on how we will arrange it all together. Because obviously you could arrange it differently, I think. But this is where we are. I'm very excited. The dogs are hopping up. Yeah, so this is a king size and we're half the king size with only 1/3 of the blanket. And the dogs already love it, but also my daughter has actually, the other day she was in my craft room and she had this on her. So lots of fun. So that was about another 4 hours. It was like, you know, half an hour to 45 to finish that, you know, 20 minutes to go around and about 2 hours to weave in all the ends. But as I said, I really don't mind. I just put a show on. It's relaxing. I also like to do it if I want to take this project to somebody's house. Because of all the colors, what I'll do is just take a needle and I can sit there and chat and weave in ends and cut the tails off. So that is no problem at all. So let's take a sneak peek of the next episode. In total, this shelf took me about 11.5 hours to complete, and I finished it within a week. This project has got me so hooked. I've already started the next one, and it's called the Alchemist shelf. I can't wait to show you how it turns out. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see. and check out these other videos.